side. And then if you want to go front, and then put it, yeah. Ta-da!
See, this saves me from sending it in.
Yeah.
Now at KFC, get an 8-piece double mashed mega meal for just $16.99. 8 pieces of chicken, 2 large mashed potatoes with gravy, large coleslaw, biscuits, and a double chocolate chip. All this great food, just $16.99. Bring back dinner and dessert from KFC. Catch Alan Parsons at the Nugget April 20th and 21st. Welcome to a special edition of World News from Virginia Tech. Tonight, a community unites to share the pain after the deadliest shooting spree in U.S. history.
What has happened to these beloved members of our family has brought us even closer together in our shared grief and our disbelief.
A killer revealed. Authorities say he was a student who began arming himself a month ago. Tonight, the disturbed writings that reveal a troubled soul. Were they signs of the bloodshed to come? The memorials revealing the true character of those who were lost. The students, teachers, and heroes who touched so many lives before theirs were suddenly cut short.
I wish my hair grew that fast.
Tragedy, massacre at Virginia Tech.
Very grow hair, but
This is World News with Charles Gibson, reporting tonight from Blacksburg, Virginia.
And good evening from the campus of Virginia Tech, where tonight students, parents, and authorities are trying to make sense of what is ultimately an incomprehensible act, the cold-blooded murder of 32 people. And now the people here know it was done by one of their own. Today we learned the gunman was a 23-year-old undergraduate named Sung-hee Cho, originally from South Korea.
Bye-bye.
Authorities are getting some insight into his state of mind after discovering a disturbing, almost deranged note that he wrote yesterday, and other older writings that he left behind. For the families and friends, memorials
Wow, it's really thick.
about the students and professors who died. In their honor, flags around the country are flying at half-staff. Tonight,
Ta-da!
their stories.
You feel 10 pounds lighter?
yes, I do.
The victims, what's happening on other campuses,
Ta-da!
and an interview with the president who came here today. But we're going to begin with ABC's David George.
Turn it around.
Okay, it's a little shot for you.
Okay.
It's not the important thing, at least not here. It's
fun, really.
Yeah.
This community to come together, and they did so by the tens of thousands. It was powerful for them.
Your friends walk right past you, you know, they don't recognize you.
They're like, who was that?
Looking for something that would help ease the unimaginable pain of these last 24 hours. There were so many students, the Coliseum soon filled. And they began to fill the neighboring stadium, too. They needed this. They needed to hear that the president and the nation understood their pain.
Laura and I have come to Blacksburg today with hearts full of sorrow.
There were heavy hearts in the stands, too, as the president spoke of what began as an ordinary Monday at Virginia Tech.
By the end of the morning, it was the worst day of violence on the college campus in American history. And for many of you here today, it was the worst day of your lives.
This was the first opportunity for this campus to gather, and the enormity of it all weighed heavily on the students, their parents, and the professors who came today. For one man, it was too much. Music from the Virginia Tech Corps of Cadets was followed with a chorus of tears. As this remarkable scene played out, so did another, not far from the school, at Montgomery Hospital, where doctors marveled at their patients, the surviving students, and what they did to save their friends' lives and their own.
He wrapped a wire cord from apparently an something electrical was in that classroom. He wrapped it tightly, and I think he had one of the other students help him wrap this around his leg because he knew he was bleeding to death.
Does it matter in the back how it's shaped?
No.
A human being could smell his death.
One of these days you'll be doing mine and someone will be recording mine.
Not real large. I mean,
That's what I want, is that cut that she's getting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want that short.
you have all the colonies laid on the ground.
And from the parents of the wounded, many of whom traveled several states, there was relief that their children.
See, now's when all the really cool hair accessories will come out. That always happens.
In the hospital,
back to the Coliseum where the president of the college, who's had to answer tough questions about his school's response to the shootings, there was nothing but a standing ovation. Did it make a difference for you?
Yeah, to see everybody there after what had happened,
Yeah.
it was pretty special to see all our fellow Hokies there with us, you know, kind of mourning the loss together.
There is a candlelight vigil planned for this evening on the campus, their second chance to come together as a community this evening, Charlie. And coming out of this convocation today, I talked with so many of the students who said their favorite part, the Go Hokies cheer, their fighting spirit certainly still alive.
And we're going to hear that a little bit later. David Muir reporting tonight in Blacksburg. Thanks. Well, now we turn to the killer. As we said, he was a student at Virginia Tech. Sung Hee Cho by name. We are only beginning to learn about him, but long before today, some people had become alarmed by his behavior. So ABC's Pierre Thomas reports tonight from Cho's hometown in Northern Virginia.
This is the man police say is responsible for the massacre at Virginia's largest university. Sung Hee Cho is a 23-year-old English major whose family came to the U.S. from South Korea in 1992. They lived in a quiet community that is now stunned by what Cho appears to have done.
Last year, we might have taken our children to trick-or-treat in the house and never thought anything about it because it's been a safe neighborhood.
Before enrolling at Virginia Tech, he attended this high school, Westfield High. He is seen here in this yearbook photo. Two of its victims also graduated from Westfield.
The principal came on and told us about the two victims from the Virginia Tech shootings, and he said that there were counselors available. A lot of the teachers were grieving and upset today, and you could definitely tell.
At Virginia Tech, Cho was an enigma to many.
He was a loner and we're having difficulty trying to find information about him.
Professor Lucinda Roy, who taught Cho English, said what disturbed her most were his writings. She said he wrote plays about pedophilia and murder. Professor Roy became so concerned she called authorities, but nothing could be done because Cho had not broken any law.
Of course not. Until now.
So it's the same story, huh?
Exactly.
They would say that there's nothing explicit here, he's not actually saying he's going to kill someone. And my argument was, he seemed so disturbed anyway that we needed to do something about this.
Law enforcement sources tell ABC News they have uncovered even more disturbing writings. Sources say they found a long note in Cho's dorm room, shown here, which describes his hatred for rich students and others on campus. One passage allegedly read, "You caused me to do this." And there was growing evidence, police say, that Cho was planning this attack for some time. Police believe the suspect used at least two weapons during the rampage. A 9mm Glock like this, and a .22 caliber Walther pistol similar to this one. The 9mm gun and ammunition were bought for $571 on March 13th at Roanoke Firearms, about 30 miles from Tech's campus. The owner told ABC News,
Your neighbor's not going to recognize you.
No, no. He thinks I'm crazy.
I'd be like, who are you?
while Cho's anger and depression may have been evident in his writings, his exact motive remains unclear. Police have been investigating whether he was romantically interested in the first female victim who was killed. Tonight, police are poring over the computer from Cho's dorm room, trying to find more answers, Charlie, to what caused this national nightmare.
ABC's Pierre Thomas in Centerville, Virginia. Well, I had opportunities today to talk with students, among them two young girls who were on the second floor of Norris Hall when the shooting began. They helped jam a table against the door of their classroom to keep the shooter out, and they succeeded. But as they huddled on the floor, pressing the legs of the table against the door, he fired high, sending bullets through the door right above their head. And one boy, who was due to be in class in Norris Hall, but overslept, hitting his snooze alarm 8 times. So many young people, so many extraordinary stories.
When we heard the gunshots from Norris, like initially we thought it was construction, but then we saw the police, started rolling their cars, like we realized what was going on. When did you hear the first shot?
9:40, exactly. I was looking at my watch. I was seeing how much minutes were left, for math class to be over with, and right when I looked down, I was like, oh, boom. and you just hear.
It'll be so much easier to fix though.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Closest on the door, so I got up and I went to the hallway. And that's when I saw the professor across from me and his boyfriend.
I could have done it
there. A few seconds later, I caught a glimpse out the corner of my eye, and I saw the shooter, and he just walked out of the classroom and was walking down the hall towards our classroom.
And how would you describe his facial expression, his demeanor?
He was blank, just no expression. He was walking, he didn't raise his gun fast, and he slowly raised it, or at least that maybe he did fast and felt slow.
The students who were in room 205 tell us the Cho came from
Yes,
the other
well,
end of the
busy right
hallway
now,
and
understand.
opened fire on many classrooms,
God.
including 2 where journalism and engineering classes were being held.
He said, we need to block the door, like he's coming for our classroom next. And we threw a table up against the door, and sure enough, 2 seconds after we threw that table against the door, he was at our handle trying to get in, pushing against the door. Then he started firing bullets through our door, and we're lying on the ground, and they're going over us.
And you could feel him Teresa pushing against the door?
I could see it. She had felt him pushing, and he had tried it twice to push it open, and they were like stronger than him. I mean, 4 people or so pushing.
It kind of looks like he has bangs,
After
but
that, I mean, you could
since
feel
I don't have the other part of it,
bullets, like you could feel how-
I think they're bangs. I think she's got them over to the side. Yeah.
What did he do outside
I
your
have
door?
a sun slightly like this.
I usually park on this side, but this way, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hit the ground right outside our door. He reloaded and started again. And the only silence he heard the entire time throughout all the shooting was when he had to reload.
But do you have any sense how long the shooting continued?
It continued for like 10 to 15
Last time I chopped it off, it was like November. And so this will be good for summer.
For summer, it'll be great.
Last time.
Yeah. They're like, wait a minute, what did I just do?
Yes.
We didn't get out of the room until 40 minutes probably after the first shot. Until 10:20, we actually, the police came and rescued us from our room.
Did everybody stay calm? Were people scared? What was it like?
Everyone was scared but calm. Everyone kept their composure. Everyone was quiet. We knew we had to be silent, because if we were to be loud, we're just gonna, he would just know there's life and he would want to shoot more at us. So, everyone was quiet. Everyone in my class did a great job.
When he came out, did you still see the gun in your mind?
Yeah. It won't go away. It won't. Like, if I close my eyes, it's there. I know exactly what it looks like. I know what kind it is. I mean, I know what it sounds like. I can't get it out.
But everybody in your class survived.
Everybody.
And if you had to put the table up against the door?
No one would have. There was 10 or 11 of us. The easiest kills he had done that entire game. We know where to run.
Tell me how kids are reacting, how they're handling it, how you're handling it personally.
It's such a huge travesty because now it's like Virginia Tech has the highest killing in U.S. history. And it's like, that's my school. That happened when I was standing outside of that building.
We all grieve differently, and we all grieve in different ways. But I haven't been able to sleep. I can't eat much. My parents are coming down tonight. I've just been with friends and roommates. I can't, we all slept in the living room because I couldn't be alone. I just haven't been handling it very, very well.
And tell me about you, how you doing?
Just spending a lot of time with friends, and just whenever I see someone I know, giving them a hug, because I've never felt so good before.
Just be with the people that you love.
Such great kids. And when our special coverage from Virginia Tech continues, remembering the victims, young and old. Some died as heroes, but all of them died too soon. And high anxiety at colleges across the nation, struggling to strike a balance between tighter security and an open campus. We'll be back.
There's a new, I can't even think of what you call them, the show, Sheer Genius. It's a hairstylist, show, they were 12, and then they all have to do these haircuts, and then they kick one off, and it just started.
Like the entrepreneur show with or whatever.
Yeah, like that. And it's so funny because they were cutting hair, they would cut it short like that in the back, and then they would leave the hair in the front. One part of hair, and it's like, what is that?
Oh.
I'm a doctor. Doesn't mean I don't worry about
And the one person, the first, it's only been 1 week. One person's already gotten kicked off. So it's on Wednesdays.
Oh.
Yeah.
What channel is this on?
It's on Bravo. I think it's,
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what, I think maybe 46.
Yeah.
But they have it, they have some of it online too. If you go to bravotv.com, they've got parts of it on there.
So they'll probably do something different every week to
Yeah,
test them.
yeah.
American Idol out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is. It's the American Idol of hairstyling.
Do you have time to finish it and all that?
Yeah, they had like 2 hours in one, and they had half an hour for another one.
Wow.
The 2 hour one was a like hair art. So they
Oh, okay.
they didn't cut any. They just like designed it and styled it. And,
Yeah.
yeah, and they were crazy. One of them had a box on top of her head. He put a box and then like styled her hair all around it, and then at the very end she pulled a string and the thing came open and it was like treasure chest. It was really cute.
That is cute. It's kind of, where do they find the people to do it?
Yeah, I know. I wonder how they, I guess they just saw it and applied for it
Yeah.
and got picked.
That's what I did.
Yeah, yeah. The people, they win like an internship with some big famous
Oh, okay.
hairstylist, and then a bunch of money, of course, too.
Right. So yeah, it's worth the try, right?
Yeah.
You don't think you're getting spoiled. Spoiled? And it's good for you too.
Of course, they gotta be nervous doing that.
Oh, yeah. Because they've got the designer people. I don't
Right.
remember her name, but it's the lady who is famous for Meg Ryan's
Oh, okay.
short, little, messy haircut.
Right.
And so she's walking around watching them the whole time.
That is.
So, and then they have to think, okay, this is going to be on national TV.
That's true.
Everyone can watch it.
Here's ABC's Dan Harris.
Emily Hilscher, 19 years old, a freshman, was one of the first 2 people to die. She was from rural Virginia, an animal lover who wanted to be a veterinarian.
Imagine the girl that's, friends with everybody. She'll laugh at you, she'll laugh with you, or she's just an amazing person.
Ryan Clark reportedly died when rushing to Emily Hilscher's aid. He was 22 years old, played in the school band, had 3 majors,
I know,
and wanted
so
to
sad.
be a neurosurgeon.
And he loves anyone that he ever met. He loved children. If you needed help, he was there to help you. Just everyone that knows him just knows how loving he was and knows that no matter what, he was always there.
The rest of the victims died hours later at Norris Hall. They include freshman Rima Samaha. She attended the same high school as the gunman in Centerville, Virginia. She loved dancing and theater.
Once I heard, shooting at 10, my heart just stopped.
We kept trying to call. She wasn't answering.
So we jumped out and, tried to come back, but, preparing ourselves for worse and what we got afterwards.
Freshman Mary Reed struggled to adjust to life on campus, but she had just started making friends.
She always laughs. She'd make fun of us. Just because she was smiles so much.
Freshman Matt Laporte, an aspiring Air Force intelligence officer, often said he turned his life around while attending military high school. The tentacles of this tragedy reached well beyond Virginia Tech here in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. These deaths have caused anguish for families around the country and around the world. In India, the family of engineering professor G.V. Loganathan is still trying to absorb a massacre half a world away. Professor Loganathan was chosen 4 times by students as the faculty member of the year, according to his longtime friend and colleague, Bill Nocky.
A tremendous human being. I never heard G.V. say an evil word about anyone.
In Israel, they're calling Professor Liviu Librescu a hero. One of his students says Librescu blocked the door of his classroom long enough for some students to escape out the window. Librescu survived the Holocaust, only to die at age 76, along with 31 other people, cut down in a spasm of senseless, homicidal rage.
Yeah, they have
ABC News,
like emails saying that he lock the door so that other people could climb out the window.
For campus
Yeah.
security, more effectively, and colleges protect their students.
I have seen
And the shooter himself was so young.
I know.
makes it hard.
Like 22 or 23,
Yeah.
I think.
Breathing better with that band.
That is so cute.
I could choose
Wait,
to send the victory. For people with COPD with chronic bronchitis, great news. Advair helps significantly improve lung function. While nothing can
Shampoo, less
reverse
conditioner.
Yeah. Less time. Wow, that was fast. That took like 20 minutes.
function for better breathing. Find out how to get your first full prescription free at AdvairCOPD.com.
Today, it's all you can hear about menopause and hormone therapy on TV from your friends. It's confusing. How do you know what's really true? You talk to your doctor. The best source of information about the hot flashes, night sweats, and other changes you may be experiencing. And you can get information at nomenopause.com to help prepare for when you see your doctor. Together, you can make decisions that are right for you. Get the facts. Get to your doctor or healthcare professional.
What happened here in Virginia is causing colleges across the country to take a fresh look at their safety procedures. Several campuses were closed or cleared today because of bomb threats or scares, either real or perceived. There was no actual violence in any of them. College officials in charge of security are focused on violence. Not easy to prevent when campuses everywhere are so open and so accessible. Here's ABC's Dean Reynolds.
At St. Edward's University in Austin, Texas, news of danger on campus this morning was spread the old-fashioned way.
Someone ran in, said bomb threat, so we all just kind of hurried out of the classroom.
The school posted a warning on its website, too, but to an increasing number of campuses now, that message, to say nothing of the trusty word-of-mouth alert, is dangerously out of date.
What all campuses should be doing right now is reviewing their plans.
Many campuses almost reflexively beefed up their police presence today, while others were modernizing beyond the rent-a-cop stage to address campus threats well before Monday's bloodbath at Blacksburg. But here's where the culture of security clashes with the culture of academia, where the hardline approach to protection runs up against the openness that is the hallmark of higher education.
The openness is essential to the business of education in this country. And so we absolutely have to maintain that.
In 2007, security experts say that is too risky.
We cannot stay in this state of mind today. We have lost 9/11, we have lost Columbine, we have learned nothing.
So there are calls for expanded camera surveillance, limiting campus access to outsiders, better police training, and certainly more rapid notification than that which took place at Virginia Tech yesterday. Instantaneous text messaging is one way, such as here at Bowie State University in Maryland.
We deliver information the same way that today's students consume information.
The word goes out to any student who
My
subscribes.
boyfriend doesn't know.
They're implementing a similar system at Loyola Marymount
He'll be
University.
cool
in
about
Los
it. He will.
Angeles.
But he doesn't know.
Such a tragic example.
I really like the shock value.
Oh, yeah, you do. Did he know you were doing this
No.
at all?
From another school
Wow.
just
Yeah.
months ago about possibly doing the same
But
for
he'll
them.
be, he'll, you know,
But Virginia Tech.
it's just so mean to do this. What have you done?
I wonder if he gonna start crying.
Oh, no. He's really cool.
Whoa.
He's way mellow.
Okay.
What the hell?
Who are you?
Yeah.
All right.
But also from your grandfather.
I almost told him that I thought,
Green banana. And your
And when will he see you?
later tonight, probably.
Ah!
Adding Vytorin can help.
Nope, I didn't tell him.
Cholesterol comes from two sources, food and family. Vytorin treats two sources. Only Vytorin helps block the absorption of cholesterol from food and reduces the cholesterol your body.
But he had cancer before and was bald, and so I'll just tell him, you know, he knows about the locks.
Right, exactly.
He'll be cool with it, but he doesn't.
Liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant. Doctor right away about unexplained muscle pain or weakness, which may be a sign of a rare
I didn't mention that I was going to cut it off.
I didn't mention it was for a really good cause.
Right.
Medical blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. So eat right, stay active. But if that's not enough, ask your doctor
do you
about
think?
adding Vytorin to
this
sources of
Yeah.
cholesterol. Treat them both with Vytorin.
Ready?
Okay, we need to see her face.
I'm ready.
Feeder that works with ready-to-use liquid Miracle-Gro. It's a revolutionary way to grow a great
Let
garden.
me just cut a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's easy as watering. No measuring, mixing, or guessing. Just attach, insert, and feed. Plants get the perfect balance of water and nutrients to grow twice as big. Now, nothing can
Oh, I
compete
love
with your
it.
garden.
That is so
Yay.
cute. I love that.
Isn't that cute?
That is so cute. Oh, that is perfect. How fun. I do. I love it.
Okay, good.
Will that work?
I do. I love it. Yes.
Because I can always put it back on.
No, okay. No, I do. Oh, that feels.
Can it?
It takes a lot. I do. I love it.
I think it looks a lot better.
It looks so good.
It does.
Maybe I'll be doing mine sooner than I thought.
I love it.
Yay.
Wow, how fun.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
he'll like it too. He will.
Yeah.
He'll say you're crazy. You like that about me, remember?
Right.
At least you can't say you're boring.
That's for sure. That's
Yeah.
Oh, it's way cute. Okay, now when I need to get it, can I come back to you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, okay, good.
Give you my card,
Okay.
and
Oh, I
whatever
do.
reason you think you want to go short with that, give me a call and we'll trim a little more. But I think that's gonna work.
Okay.
And you just
It
stretch
is.
it up.
It looks
cut
so
up,
much
and-
better. It really
Really
does.
cute. It's a really
I love
cute.
it. I do. Yeah.
There's your picture.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yay, okay. And now the side. And the back. Yay. Wow, big difference. Okay.
It is, huh?
Yeah.